Be making basics.
What's going on YouTube? Beat Making Basics back again with another dope video. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and subscribe because we're coming back with bangers. Now today's video, I'm gonna be showing you how to make a trap beat in Logic Pro 10 in 10 minutes or less from scratch. Okay, so that means that we're not gonna be using a loop or whatever. We're gonna be making our own melody, own drum patterns, everything. 10 minutes or less. Let's get it started. Now the first thing I want you to do is just actually come over here to the instrument, software instrument track right here. And we'll start off with alchemy. Now with trap beats, it's very important to keep the melody very simple. So that's gonna be cool. What we can do is we can start off with maybe like some pads. So I'll just type pad right here and we'll find a cool pad to use. All right, cool. So I just found like 3 notes that we're gonna use. I'm just gonna be playing this note right here, F sharp. It's gonna be a B, D. And so we'll just go between those notes. All right, so let's just go ahead and lay down something. I'm gonna slow this down just a little bit, probably like 132. All right, cool. So after we get that down, we're gonna go ahead and quantize it. I usually do for like patterns that are more difficult or more complex. We're going to do a higher resolution. For something more simpler, we'll do a lower resolution. This kind of had like a super simple pattern, but let's see here. Alright, bet. So we basically had this pattern ready to go. It's pretty much nothing else we got to do to it for the most part. But what we can do is go ahead and add a couple of effects. What we'll do is come over here, and first thing I'm going to do is just EQ it. Take a little bit of the lows out. And then I'm also going to drag a little bit of those highs out of it. Let's check it out. Some other things you could do to manipulate that sound is actually come over here to the alchemy pads and just play around with some of that. All right, cool. So once I got a good little pattern going here, next thing I'm gonna do is just take it and drag it over here to the gray area and put it in the quick sampler. And what I want to do there now is just go ahead and click on follow tempo, and this is going to lock it in place as far as with the BPM. I'm gonna come over here, create a note, we'll extend this, and if you right click it, we can go to force legato. Now we have a whole melody here that we can play around with actually and change the key and everything. Let's put it right there. We can also speed this up some too. Now once we have it here, we can double this up, Command D, hold down Option, drag this down, and push Option Shift and up, and that's going to create a higher pitch version of this. Alright, now that we have that going, the next thing is to go ahead and add some drums. Now, if you're brand new to Logic, you can use the quick sampler to actually drag and drop sounds into Logic. Okay, so we'll go quick sampler here, and then you can just go anywhere to grab sounds and then drag and drop. So I'll show you with Splice. So let's just say we do this 808. Just drag it and drop it. It's just as quick as that. And we can also save this 808 here by going save as Fire 808s, and now I can bring that up whenever we want. You'll find all your sounds here. So now let's go ahead and lay down some some drums. Since I already have some drums saved, I'm just gonna go ahead and pull up some of them. I'm just going to the quick sampler, and some of the sounds that I already have, drugged and dragged in here and saved, I'm just gonna pull them up. You know what I'm saying? We got a hi-hat already to go. You feel me? This is all the stuff we're gonna need. We're pretty much almost coming to the end of the video. This is gonna be pretty super simple as far as actually creating the drum pattern. You'll see what I'm saying in just a minute. Let's get this kick. Where's the kick at? Yeah. All right, bet. So I'm gonna start off here. We're gonna use the step sequencer to get our drum ideas out, our drum pattern ideas. So I'm actually gonna go here for the clap. Click right here in the middle. It's gonna instantly get your clap pattern going. Same thing with the snare. And then you can come over here to the steps and increase that and give a little variation to what you got going. So and then we can come over here with a basic hi-hat pattern. Make it more, detailed by coming over here, you know what I mean? And then you can actually click this arrow right here. We can go to note repeat, add a little bit of variations here and there. And now let's just check our pattern out with the melody. Alright, so we got a couple of things we could do here. Let's go ahead and drop this kick though. Take this back. Let's drop that in there like that. Take this up some. We're gonna kick this a super simple pattern. Okay, and now for the 808s. So for the 808s, I don't necessarily like using a quick sampler for that. We could draw them in, but I usually just like getting them in here either with a MIDI keyboard, which I also have, or musical typing. I'm gonna actually use my keyboard here. So I have a MIDI keyboard already plugged up, and from there we're gonna make our 808 pattern. You want to make sure it's in tune, so that first note, whatever you hear as far as with your melody, you want to match that with your 808. So bing. All right, so now we found some notes that will work with this. Let's go ahead and lay them down. We can start off simple like that first, and then we can always add some more little like transitional notes. What we'll do as well is force legato this, and that's just pretty much going to extend those notes. So that beat turned out pretty hard. I'm actually going to be posting this beat soon. Make sure you stay, tuned in. I'm going to be dropping some more videos on this beat, actually. I might, finish it, arrange it, and stuff like that in another video. So make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you also give me a thumbs up if you like this video. And make sure you head over to our site, beatmakingbasics.com, okay? At that site, you can get full video courses where I break down a whole lot of game on how to make beats, I also have royalty-free drum and melody packs, as well as templates that you can use to mix your beats and do other things. So head over to the site, beatmakingbasics.com, man. You don't want to miss out. Go ahead. This is your year. Take advantage of it, and let's go ahead and get to our goals, man. Appreciate you. I'll see you in the next video to come. Rap.